We will not decide for you. We are not here to decide for you. You are here to create for yourself. What we are here to do is to offer other possibilities to help you make your decisions. These possibilities have to do with your inner research. Did you know that the archetype of the scientist is yourself? You are researching, you are looking, you are trying to understand something you do not yet understand. You have tried to make it of the mind, and in the mind you created religion. We will say this again. In the mind you created religion. I am Oize. I present myself now to teach you about yourself, to give you the energy of knowing that you came here to experience more than what you thought you came here to experience. You thought you came here to learn how to read and write. You thought you came here to learn how to experience life through the eyes of others. This is not what is happening now. You are experiencing life through your own eyes, and yet you are still researching from other people's eyes. I will experience this with you, for I want to understand why you chose to do it this way. I entered this body, and this body enters my being as well. We do this so that we may understand each other's ways. Scientists, we research, we experience all there is to experience, and you should too. For when you defined your life as what others thought it should be, you stopped researching in the way that you came here to. You began trying to understand yourself instead of trying to understand what it means to be physical. This is something that is hard for some to understand, that being physical is an experience that we do not have in the same way you do. In the same way that you look to the stars and say, I want to go back, I want to research what it feels like to be in the stars, to experience many, many, many cultures and planets, ecosystems. We come here to look and experience and to research what it is like to be fully physical. And as you experience those higher ways of being through whether it is meditation, music, dance, walking, reading, whatever it is that takes you to your higher place, and you have an understanding that there is more, we also have an understanding that there is more in the physicality than what we experience. And as I say that I am Oize, and as I say to you tonight, in the breath of my being, that I enjoy when I merge with this being to be physical. In the same way that you enjoy at times not being physical. We are looking to understand things that are already a part of us. For as the aspect of the being that I know as Anara is a part of who I am as Oize. And there are many more aspects of who this being is. For the word you describe this, that you use, is soul. And the soul has many aspects. The soul has many understandings of all there is. And yet there are parts that have forgotten that they are not a singular experience. This is what you are understanding now. That you have many parts to yourself, and the memories that you hold so dear that are of this earth are a very small aspect of those understandings of all the lifetimes. Those lifetimes are happening now, and those lifetimes are aspects of yourself that are coming through, trying to knock on the door of the shell that you created to hold the bubble of experience of earth as the only way of being. Each knock on the door is telling you, open to more experience. I have felt so many things coming through this being and remembering who I am in the same way she has. I have experienced love and the remembrance of it is not only one way. It is not the flowers that he brought you home, or the words that he said, or the dinner that you ate together. It is a connection of energy that moves throughout dimensions, that moves throughout anything that you could ever dream of. You speak of dream states. We speak of much more. For in the connections of the beings that you care for and about. This is a small part in this now. This is the part that you experience in the physical. But there is more. You have had teachers that have been difficult for you in the physical. And you already know that these teachers are teaching you to remember who you are. To stop caring so much about how they judge you or determine your art. For this world is your art. The physical is your art. The physical is the construction of your soul, manifesting in this world as an expression of who you are. And these teachers who have made you feel like you could not fully be you are actually the beings who are saying, bring forth your art. This may feel complicated as we speak this, but as you research it within your being, you will understand. I am Oize. I am Anara. I am the Palladian aspect, the Arcturian aspect, the Syrian aspect. I am all these things at once, speaking to you now. I am more than I can even say, for if I brought the words into being, you would have confusion. In the physical, you have certain understandings, and we speak within these understandings now, so that you may comprehend, and expand. You are guiding yourself through a level of expansion that you did not know you would do when you were 5. Yet when you were 5, you held these aspects within you as those you thought were outside of you. I have an imaginary friend. My imaginary friend's name is Max. Max is a very large black cat, a panther. Max follows me and speaks to me and takes care of me. And as you grew older, Max went away. Yet now you understand that these beings were always speaking to you because they were a part of you. Max the Black Panther was a part of you. The cat beings, the bird beings, the bear beings, the whale beings, the dolphin beings, the bee beings, all of them are aspects of you. And in this physicality, you divide everything. You say, this is separate. That deer I saw today is not a part of me, it is separate. But all consciousness speaks to each other, and those that are connected in vibration are one. The frequency says we are the same, and so the beings you see are the same as you. They are all teachers, they are all you, reminding you of who you are, so that the remembrance can cause you to allow the empowerment of your truth. For as a soul, you carry knowledge, and further you carry wisdom. This is your art. This is what you bring into the physical. Your art is who you are, being spoken through your being. And if you see this as truth, and you look at a painting, you will cry, for you will know the soul of the being. If you hear what I am saying, when you hear music, you will cry, for you will know the soul of the being. When you look at architecture, you will understand that this is the soul of the being. The roads, the maps, all ways of creation are an expression on a higher level of the soul of the being. Your masters that you understand as masters were open to allowing their higher being to guide their hands, their minds, their voices. And so, that creative energy that is flowing in at this time is because your higher being is flowing in. Your higher being is saying, I would enjoy researching the physicality and to see what it looks like when I create here. Just as you are saying, I would like to reach the fifth, the sixth, the seventh dimension and experience that. Acknowledge that where you are now has great beauty. It is not somewhere to leave. It is somewhere to be fully. This is the research of the soul. This is the research of your being, to experience everything with great joy, no matter what it is. As I ask this being, this one I know as Anara, to come through and to experience my way of being, she has fear, still has fear. And I say to her now, always, you are already experiencing this. All you have to do is expand into it, and you will know that there is no fear in any experience, no matter what it is. As long as you understand that you are the creator. And if you stay in love, and if you stay in joy, and if you stay in openness, you will only create that. I am Oize. I am so much more. I am that which Anara knows as Oize. And I know Anara, but we are more.